Extra Medium Show.
Yo, welcome back
We're back.
with another episode. We've been gone for a little bit, but here we are.
A little Easter hiatus.
Yeah, I took a little vacation. Went down to Florida. Florida.
The land down under.
Yeah, Panhandle actually. So it was like on the Gulf of Mexico. It was
Did they
nice.
have those accents?
Yeah, some people do. Yeah. But it's pretty touristy, so I feel like not a lot of people are actually from there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway.
You ever been to Florida?
No,
I
No?
like Florida.
no. Farthest I've been south is South Carolina. So,
That's pretty close.
yeah.
Not really.
There's like a state in between, but it's fine.
So, yeah, welcome back to the Extra Medium Show. This is going to be a weird episode, I think.
Yeah, we're talking about what through the break. What have we been watching? Talking about the little break we had.
Yeah.
You know, just
kind of
hanging out.
kind of an anything goes show, if you will.
Yeah, even butt stuff.
So, even what?
Nothing.
All right, like I said, it's gonna get weird.
So, you said it was only what 2-hour flight.
Yeah, 2 hour and 2 minutes.
So usually when you're flying, that's a good chance to catch up on shit. Right.
And, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's so nice. Like, if you want to watch like a dialogue heavy show, even do it on a plane because you're like, I'm like locked in when I'm
You
on a
have
plane.
to focus on it.
Like, I'm trying to block everything else out. Even though, so I watched this show called The Rain on Netflix.
RAIN?
RAIN.
Okay.
And it's essentially The Walking Dead without the zombies.
So it's like a post-apocalyptic kind of situation.
Yeah, but it's European, so it's dubbed over.
Okay.
Not horrible, but I had the subtitles on, right?
Okay.
And it didn't necessarily match up with what they were saying. Like,
How do you know?
even the dubbed over version, like the subtitles
Okay.
would say like, so it'd be like,
Oh, there's always off by like a word or something.
a couple words, and then like what the subtitles contained information, like someone was gonna shoot somebody, and they're like, "No, don't shoot," but the subtitles were like, "Don't shoot him, that's my son."
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, that's his son."
Yeah.
Anyway, though.
Well, I think a lot of that comes from the subtitles come from like the script itself, and then the actors might
That
like
makes-
improv a little bit. So I do
Yep.
think that happens a lot. So
There might be something to that. I never thought of it.
Here's the thing I hate about subtitles because we always use them at our house because I think it makes it easier.
I don't do it at home.
I do.
We with subtitles you'll be watching like a suspenseful show, and like, or let's just say you're watching like Chopped or something, you know, and they do that little build up before someone gets eliminated, but the subtitles come on before it's said.
Yeah.
So you know who it is. So it kind of ruins the surprise in a lot of
Yeah,
things.
like a good like 2 seconds before. And it's
Yeah.
like, yep.
It's like, who's going to get chopped? And then at the bottom it says John. It's like, all right.
So, anyway, this show, I haven't got far. I'm only like 6 episodes in, so I haven't got far enough to get like real answers. But something that these scientists messed with the atmosphere, and now the rain kills you.
The rain, like the actual
rain.
precipitation.
Yes, if you get caught out in the rain, you last like 10 seconds. You start throwing up blood, and you die. So like, you gotta purify your water. You can't step in a puddle. Like, it's deep.
Can you touch like the ocean and stuff?
I mean, they're not near the ocean, but
See, here's the problem with that.
you can't cross like a river.
You can't
No,
because the water.
because the water. Because it
Okay.
rained into the water.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and like the whole water cycle
Yeah.
situation. Okay.
Well, okay, so
I think the ocean would be like more diluted.
this is 6 years in because the scientist, it's about these kids, these 2 kids. They're like teenage age.
Yeah.
And the scientist puts them in a bunker, like a government-made bunker, or the company-made bunker. And there's bunkers all over the thing. And they're down. The mom gets killed by the rain,
Okay.
and the dad disappears because he has to try and... He tells them he has to try and save everybody.
Okay.
And so these 2 kids are in a bunker for 6 years. and they start running out of stuff, so they have to go out.
Okay.
And
Blast
so-
from the past situation.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
So like the boy when he starts is like 8, 9 years old, but
Mhm.
he grows up down there, and now he's like 15. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And yeah, so it's like Walking Dead kind of, because it's post-apocalyptic, and there are people that like are all hungry, so they'll just fucking like swarm you and take all your shit and kill you.
Are they in like Eastern Europe?
Yeah, they're trying to
Like-
get to Sweden, so
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Sounds interesting.
it's
Good
it's
concept.
it's actually pretty decent. And now you're learning like their dad is. People are telling everybody they run into that knew her dad, tell them that he's responsible for what's happening. So he's
Damn.
yeah. So they're like trying to figure it out.
Is it a Netflix show?
Yeah. So
Do you share your Netflix password
I don't.
with all that with all the stuff going on with Netflix and cracking down on people who share passwords?
It's not that I don't want to, but
I mean,
I don't.
I'm the one who pays
You,
for the.
you
for
don't
the
need to.
I
So-
do share, but I'm the one that pays. Like
Yeah,
my account pays for it,
same.
I mean,
so I wouldn't be the one.
from
that shut
the way
down.
I see it, Netflix is going down with losing all the.
Yeah, they've
the-
already lost like
s-
200,000 subscribers, and they're estimated to lose another 2 million.
Like I like a lot of Netflix originals, but
With everybody else
They're
going to
losing all
streaming services,
yeah,
they're losing the rights to certain movies,
Yeah.
shows,
yeah.
and
So who's number one? Hulu.
I would say Hulu, because Hulu's owned by Disney.
Hulu has a lot of station shows still
Yeah,
because they have.
they do live
Contracts,
TVs and
so.
like, yeah.
I like Paramount and
Yeah.
Peacock. They're
Yeah.
pretty good.
Peacock's got a lot of rights to certain shows.
Yeah.
This totally unrelated, but I watched another show on the plane, and it was I Think You Should Leave.
Okay.
Tim Robbins.
From Shawshank? No, Tim Robbins is the principal.
I'm pretty sure it's Tim Robbins.
Who's Tim Robbins?
Let me Google this. But it's like sketch comedy.
Okay.
And it's on Netflix as well, and it's really funny. It's like really Tim Robinson. I'm sorry, Tim Robinson.
I was thinking of Tim Meadows.
Yeah, I think I was
He's not
too.
in Shawshank, but he was. I was going to
I
say in
think-
The Office.
Tim Robinson.
Okay. Sketch shows can kind of hit or miss.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
like really outrageous shit. I think you probably wouldn't think it's funny.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a little on the border for me. I only watched a couple episodes because I wasn't like, yeah.
Mm.
But technical difficulty.
It's alright. I've been watching with Dana at home lately. One Tree Hill.
Again?
I barely watched it when I bring it up before.
I think you did. But
We've
you're
always
deeper
talked
into it now.
about
What
Yeah.
did Dana call it the other day?
OTH.
Dang.
I was like, no, we're not doing that. No, sir. No.
I mean, it is what it is. If you're in, you're in.
Yeah. But it's sad because I knew exactly what she was talking about.
Yeah, that's the one.
So, I've been to Wilmington, North Carolina.
Have you?
And like went to see the high school. We've talked about this, I think.
You've been to,
Yeah, so we went to Wilmington and went to like the high school and a couple of the houses of
Okay.
the people.
okay.
And there's like stores that sell stuff, like you can buy their basketball jerseys and stuff, and like
That's cool.
those jerseys are sweet as shit.
What are they?
I don't know, they're black and
purple.
black and yeah, that's kind of like blue.
Blue.
I think it's blue.
Yeah, they're the Ravens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those jerseys are sick.
Which guy is your guy? Which guy did you...
I don't know. It's all so dumb.
I've never actually seen a One Tree Hill
Why would you?
episode. Yeah.
Make it go straight.
Yes.
That's better.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen one episode.
Well, of the like dramatic high school TV shows, I think it's one of the better.
For sure.
I can't give an opinion.
It's pretty good. It's and Dana said this last night, and I agree. It's better post high school, in my opinion, than while they were in high school.
Well, they all turn out unrealistically successful.
So successful.
Yeah.
Like they're so wealthy and 22 years old and freaking.
One's an author and one's a NBA player and one like.
You got
come
an
on,
author,
man.
a music label person.
One runs a clothing store.
Yeah, it's like
who's the bum? Statistically, one of you guys
what
has to
does
become
Mouth do? I don't know what he does.
Doesn't he become like a radio guy?
I can assume.
I'm pretty sure, like a reporter or some shit.
Yeah.
He's the best character on the show.
I just watched the episode, so I think there's still quite a bit more, but I just watched where Lucas was about to marry some chick that he wrote the book, or the editor of his book.
See, I get confused.
Lucas is Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah.
And he was about to get married, but then the chick realized that he was in love with Peyton, and he wrote his book about Peyton because of her comment card.
Yeah.
And then the kid gets kidnapped by the nanny.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, it's wild.
Drama. It's pretty good though.
They just swap chicks the whole time.
That's yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It seems like I miss a lot of in between episodes, but every episode I catch is something like super dramatic. Like I watched one episode a while ago where the stalker guy on prom night.
See, I don't even remember.
Those two caps. Yeah, dude, it's good stuff, Shaman. You should watch it.
Okay.
Chad Michael Murray, isn't that his name?
I think that's one of the guys. Yeah.
Yeah, can't miss that. He's in the Cinderella story.
Yeah.
You ever watch that?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's that guy.
All right.
So what I've been watching is like the original, Marvels. Like
What's that mean?
Iron Man.
The original
Is
Iron
that
Man?
the original Marvels though? I don't know if you could say
I think that was kind of like the first blockbuster Marvel movie, wasn't it?
Blockbuster, but it's not the original.
Yeah.
There was an original Iron Man
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was original Avengers.
All of them.
Yeah.
when like
Thor was hairy, bro. He had like fur on his
Yeah.
costume.
in like the 70s.
Lou Ferrigno, whatever his name
Yeah, it was the
Hulk.
Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like the 80s, and it almost destroyed the comic book genre movies. And then Blade happened and brought the whole thing back. Blade is the first Marvel's movie.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I was thinking
Wesley.
if they would redo Blade, I mean, it's
Do they need to redo Blade?
I don't think so.
I think they could redo
Yeah, right.
it.
That nightclub is that Blade 2?
That's
The
Blade 1 with the
With the
blood
blood.
and the
Yeah,
nightclub.
yeah. But they didn't even redo that. That's just that holds up.
Okay, but like, I was just thinking, who would play Blade if they redid it?
Wesley Snipes.
Bro, he old as fuck, bro. I was thinking like Michael
He'd be
B.
in.
Jordan.
See, but that's too
Nah.
easy.
I think you go a different route.
Really? Who would you say?
ASAP Rocky.
I was gonna say you need to do. Does Blade have any like brothers or anything?
I think in the movie, the original one, his brother does his I don't know what's it called, serum. He's in the shop where he gets his serum from that he mixes. He's like the
Are they gonna do Blade since they just redid Morbius?
see that's
or not
what
redid, but did.
I think that's where I was getting it at, because they're bringing in the darker characters and Blade is a little bit darker, and so
Well, I mean, he's a monster, so
yeah,
right.
yeah.
He's
Part monster, he's part vampire. So
A vampire is a monster,
yeah.
and I stand on that hill.
God. We're not getting into that.
Why not?
Listen to this transition. Speaking of blades, I did axe throwing when I was down there. You
I
like
saw
that?
a Snapchat. I saw a bullseye, my guy.
First throw
Part
ever.
Viking.
Were you nervous of like just completely fucking
Nah,
up?
man. Everybody around me was like clanking that shit. I stepped out. First throw. Boom. Stuck a bullseye. But they were doing a thing. I didn't realize it. All I saw was hit the blue dot and make it stick. Win $100, right? But then in the fine print, it said on the first throw. I hit it on my third throw. On the blue dot.
I thought you just said it was your first throw.
That was the bullseye. There were 2 blue dots like on the top of the board.
Oh.
And if you hit those, and they were significantly smaller than the bullseye.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That they fucking got you.
Yeah, I got it on the third throw.
How much did you pay to do it?
$10 for 10 throws.
10 throws?
Yeah, for $10. That was the deal.
I'll pay that.
Yeah, that's what I
Hell
said.
yeah.
Throw some Axe, yeah. It was a good time.
Were you wearing Axe body spray?
No,
You should have been.
no.
You should have walked in with like one of those like gift packs and be like, I was severely misinformed.
And
That would've been funny.
I had tennis shoes on
You
too,
would do that.
so I felt good. I
Had
didn't,
tennis
I didn't
shoes?
have open-toed shoes on, which I thought would, which a lot of people did, because it was
Does
on
it really matter? Unless you're rocking steel toes.
Bro, yes.
I would say yes, because on a bounce back, they're probably not gonna go through like.
It's not gonna cut your toe off. It might cut your toe.
I disagree. If that axe is cutting through mahogany,
don't think that's
it's
so-
cutting your fucking toe
Yeah,
off. while
but
you're
on
wearing
a
pair
bounce
of
back, it
Nikes.
doesn't have the
Yeah, the
good-
velocity.
Yeah. 'Cause now, if it's a straight bounce back and it's going straight for your foot, I think it will fuck you up. But if it bounces, then hits the ground first, I don't think it's gonna.
If you don't have the reaction time to get out of the way of a bounce back axe, you deserve to have your toe cut off.
I mean, if just be a beast like me and stick it every time.
You're right.
So,
You're right.
and it's on video, so I'm gonna post that shit. I got the blue dot and the bullseye are both on video.
Oh, you got the blue dot too?
Yeah, my dad got the blue dot on camera. My wife got the bullseye.
Dang.
Nice.
Yeah. Everybody was like, somebody was like, hey, you got the blue dot. And the guy's like, who did? Came over and shit. I was like, yeah.
Where my $100 at?
That's what I did. He's like, nah, it's got to be on the first. And I was like, fuck. I almost threw another 10 and was like, this is my first on the 10. So,
Damn. He didn't want to
you
get
got
that
to aim
shit up.
high.
'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
The art.
Physics,
hmm
math, all that bullshit.
I felt like a beast, though.
Yeah.
All the peasants.
I should be a hunter-gatherer.
Would you survive as a caveman?
No. Well, I mean, you don't know any better back then. That's just what you would have. Like, that's
You're an old man if you're a caveman.
now, yeah.
Like you'd be an elder.
hmm I am an elder right now. Respect me.
Do you that brings me to another thing I want to talk about. Just because the person's an elder, do they deserve automatic respect?
No.
Okay.
No.
Here's my thing. Yesterday, Shaman and I went and hit a round of golf. Okay. So at this particular golf course, tee times are spaced out by 10 minutes, which is pretty normal. There's this girl. The guy who works there is a coach for a local high school for golf, and he lets his kids golf there for free, which is fine. I don't care. It's whatever. She jumps in front of our group or us in the group ahead of us. So we have to wait on her. It's just a solo golfer, not that big of a deal. Our tee time was at 10:50. These old ladies, very elderly.
How old? 80?
80, 90.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they were out there.
Respect the hustle, but you know what? Whatever.
Was it a rather chilly day as well?
Yes, no. It was 80 degrees.
Oh, you went yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this girl's playing ahead of us, and in front of her is a foursome. You know how golf groups work. If a foursome is going to move pretty slow, honestly.
Yeah, let the person go in front of you.
Right. So we're waiting on her, who's waiting on them. And these old ladies come up to us. It's 10:52. We're all standing on the tee box, waiting to go. And they're like, "What time's your tee time?" 10:50. And she's like, "Well, go ahead." And like bitchy. And she's like motioning for us to hit. And then I'm like,
Right, there's people down
Like,
there.
I'm
What
gonna
do you want
kill
me to
this
do?
little
Right.
kid. Like,
I don't know about you, Granny, but I drive over 60 yards.
sometimes. Sometimes.
no, it did not set the mood too. Like,
No,
we
the
were
vibe
already
was
pissed
definitely
off.
a- after
That
that.
would have made me like, you should have shotgunned a beer right there on the tee box.
I should have.
Just took your
I
shit
You
off.
should have.
Damn.
Established
Missed
your dominance,
opportunity.
yeah.
Yeah, but it just pissed me off. It's like I paid the same amount of money. Well, actually, probably with senior
And
discount.
they still had
paid
8
more
minutes
money.
before they teed off.
That's the thing. If it would have been 11 o'clock, I understand.
But that's not how it works. Even if your tee time, it's not
It's a suggestion. It's just the order in which you go.
exactly. You fall behind. I've had 10 o'clock tee times and I didn't tee off till 11 because
Absolutely.
it's been backed up. It's
Absolutely.
a miserable time, by the way.
Well,
But
yeah, that's why.
And then as we were playing, we didn't see them once because they were playing slow as shit.
well,
So
yeah,
thank God
that's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
ahead of
If they
them.
wanted you to hit the ball, that means they're thinking how they hit. So
Right.
it's gonna
Right.
take them forever hitting 50 yards at a time.
Then I'm up here driving the fucking green.
That's what
'cause
I
I'm
mean.
Brooks Koepka, you know.
Kill
how it be.
somebody, man.
Hey, that's not true though. I did not hit the green, but we like to pretend.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that kind of shit, and it's you see it a lot actually, like at grocery stores a lot too. I respect people, and I'm not one of those people that are like, you get my respect if you earn my respect. Like,
No.
I automatically respect
Yeah.
you. But it's the people who
Demand respect.
yeah,
No,
and
no.
it's like
It's the people who
think they're above.
they're entitled to respect.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's like no, like
Yeah, like,
gotta be
like you
reciprocal.
said, I'm gonna give respect because I'm a decent human being,
Right.
right?
It's
right.
debatable.
I I give it because I want it in return. As soon as you don't respect me, I'm not gonna respect you.
Yeah. And it's like you said it yesterday. I'm getting to the age where I'm starting to not give a shit about other people's feelings so much.
That's what I mean. I
You know?
dealt with that down there. Everybody wants me to be manly and drink bourbon and smoke cigars, and it was perfectly fine with my White Claw, and I had a nice little strawberry daiquiri at dinner, and
like it's my goddamn life. I do what I want to fucking do.
came with a little whipped cream cherry on top, just a little touch.
That adds a little bit more like. But
I came
I
home
respect it.
from vacation to my heterosexual life with my wife. So
What happens in
Now,
Florida
let me ask
stays
you
in
this:
Florida.
you go down on vacation, you're having strawberry daiquiris. I get the vibes are immaculate down there.
yeah,
Are you going to Applebee's down the road and getting a strawberry daiquiri?
probably not.
See, okay, it's a time and place,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. Unless maybe if I look over at dinner and somebody else has a strawberry daiquiri and I see it and I'm like, holy shit, that looks good.
I'll have one of those.
Yeah, they're delicious. Who doesn't love a strawberry
You're right.
daiquiri?
You don't got to torture yourself to have a beverage.
Right.
Absolutely. People love whiskey.
Just have a
people
good
love
time,
bourbon.
man.
That's just intense.
Yep.
You know? I like tequila. Sometimes. You know? But I'm not going to just sip on it. Give me a margarita.
I've never seen you drink tequila ever.
I've had margaritas, my guy. That's what I was about to say. I'd rather have it in a margarita.
See,
But
I don't like
when I go
margaritas.
out to the
I'm
clubs,
not a big fan.
when I'm buying bottles,
Shit.
give me that Patron, baby. Just kidding. I've never bought a bottle at a club. But
Why would you?
Shit.
what I heard is they give you bottles that were empty of like Patron and put Jose in it and make you pay the Patron
It's
price.
possible.
It's
I mean, it's
illegal
shady.
as
business.
fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
But does it happen? It probably for sure happens.
Hey. Can't knock the hustle.
Kind of deserve it.
Yeah.
And it's like 6 times the price of what
Absolutely.
you're buying in the
Yeah.
store.
But it comes with a sparkler in it sometimes. So that's cool.
Sometimes, yeah, it's just about supply and demand. When I was down in Florida, we took a boat ride, right,
Right.
to a place called Crab Island, and
It could have one of two meanings.
it didn't have either.
Oh.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I haven't noticed any symptoms. But it's like a man-made. So when they like dug a channel,
It's the fill for or
Yeah.
the
Man-made reef.
Yeah.
so it's a sandbar.
Okay.
So it at one time stuck out of the water, but over time with
Yeah.
the waves and stuff.
Global warming.
Now it's you pull the boat up, man, and get out in the middle of the ocean, and it comes up like mid-thigh.
Sandbars are a crazy thing, bro.
And
Because you're deep as shit, but you can stand on them.
You're
like
out in
that.
the middle
You
of the
feel
ocean, bro.
Funky.
You're out in the middle of the
Yeah.
ocean with water comes
They're
up to your thigh.
funky.
And there's just boats docked up
Yeah.
everywhere. It's a big party,
Yeah.
and people are playing music, and there's a boat selling cheeseburgers, and like it was wild, man.
That sounds intense.
Yeah,
But you take like 50 steps this way, and it's like deep water in
Yeah.
some cases.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
super
if you
deep
wandered
water.
off, yeah. But this thing was huge, though.
Was
like
it?
it was huge. There were probably like 50 boats.
Was it from when they were
Yeah,
building a channel or a tunnel?
I think like a channel is what she said,
Huh.
which is like
I don't know what a channel is really. I don't
like
think.
to
Boats to
divert.
come in. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Huh.
But it was I don't know, but it was sweet as shit. I went to a similar thing in I think it was in Punta Cana. They called it a natural pool, And the same thing out in the middle. Crystal clear water, see straight to the bottom.
And the waves
And
aren't that bad either.
There's no waves.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a pool. Like you're in like a swimming pool in the middle of the ocean.
Were there fish?
There were little fish, but most of them stayed away because it's so busy.
Mhm.
Like
Did you get any cheeseburgers?
I saw a jellyfish. No, I did not get a cheeseburger, but other people did.
I love cheeseburgers.
They seemed decent, but I mean, it was rather expensive, which is my point for supply and demand. Because you're in the middle of the ocean, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you
They would
hungry, you
give me,
hungry.
they would. I guarantee they would give me. I'd pull up to there and I said, cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'd jump off the boat before we even drop anchor.
And then like the company where because like we had a captain and stuff. Like we're not driving the boat.
Because you have to have a boater's license, right?
Yeah, you could take a test and like rent a boat, but it was $200 to rent a captain, so we just rented a captain. Cause
Was he cool?
It was a girl.
Was she cool?
She was, yeah,
Did
she was
pass
really
the
cool.
vibe check?
Yeah, for sure. She was cracking jokes and shit.
Respect that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, it was. I think it's worth it because I didn't want to be responsible for driving a boat, and then you can't drink, and there were cops everywhere pulling people over and shit.
In the boats?
Yeah.
That's one of the.
That's true. Like $200 for a captain compared to how much is a DUI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest
And you have to go to
causes
jail.
of death while boating.
Really?
Oh
is
yeah.
drinking.
Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Because you hit
It's amazing how
sandbars
pirates
and-
survived.
The water was cold though, but anyway, then we got back on the boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had a little bit of time left. She's like, "Oh, you want to drive over here, bro?" We literally drove for like 5 minutes, and she's like, "Oh, a shark," and I was like, "What the fuck? We were just in the water, like right back there." But then
I was like, ooh, can I touch it?
we saw dolphins,
That's cool.
and like a lot. I have good video of that too. Like we sat there for probably a half an hour, and there were just probably like 8 dolphins just kept like jumping out of the water, and there was a little baby, and they were like,
When we went down to Myrtle Beach last year, we went on this place to a shell island, and on the way back, there was a spot where we parked, and it was like we saw dolphins, alligators, bald eagles, and something else all at the same time. I was like, "Holy shit, this is
Yeah.
America, baby!"
"Yeah."
A
That's cool.
melting pot of creatures.
But I would recommend if you're ever down there or ever have a chance to go to like a natural pool like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's legit.
Let me ask you: have you ever seen? They're called like blue holes, I think. You know what those are?
No.
Nope.
So it's in the ocean. Well, I think it's mostly in the ocean, if not all the time in the ocean. You'll be like a level seabed, pretty
Mhm.
shallow, and then all of a sudden there's this like 50-foot diameter
Oh, like hole?
sinkhole.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to like beaches like that where you take a step and it just drops off like 10 feet.
Yeah, but this is like ultra super deep, and they're scary as fuck looking.
Yeah.
Like
The water's darker.
hundreds of meters deep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like and it's really, you can. I mean, I'm sure they're in.
It almost
waters-
looks intentional.
Yeah, it looks like a borehole for like a sandworm from Dune.
Right.
But like in the Atlantic, when where the water's darker, you can't probably tell. I'm sure they're there, but it's really contrasting when you're in like Bora Bora or something. The water's like super clear, and then there's just one of those.
I mean, yeah. The
That
Gulf of
probably-
Mexico's fucking.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That probably freaked me out, to be honest.
The ocean freaks me out, man. We're not supposed to be out there.
I don't hate the ocean. I just don't like stuff like that. The depths of the ocean. Like, there's a lot of shit
Dude.
under you. You don't know, but
Yeah. What always gets me is like when you see the drop off points to places,
Mhm.
and it's like just clear as fuck, and it's like, yeah, this is where the world ends.
I had a dream last night about global warming.
What?
Yep.
Are you?
I didn't even think I was that involved.
Damn, it's like
as an
Leo
activist.
over here.
It was weird. It was weird. And then the North and South Pole were called Thor and Loki.
What?
I don't know, bro.
Damn.
I don't know what that means.
What the fuck is wrong? I don't even.
I don't know. But bring in. Here's a translation for you. Speaking of Thor and Loki, you know what I've been watching also?
What?
The Last Kingdom on Netflix. You ever watch that?
No.
It's a lot like Game of Thrones without the like dragons and mysticalness stuff. It's the Vikings. The Danes landed in England before England was England. It's like
What do they call it?
They call it England, but there's like a whole bunch of different kings of their areas. And it's after the Romans controlled England. So they're all like stuck in Roman ways. They're all like super devout Catholics and stuff. And then the Danes are Norse people.
Anglo-Saxon England is what it was called before it was called England.
That's where the term Anglo-Saxon comes from.
Yeah.
I mean, still it's called England. They
Yeah.
they call it England in the show.
Northumbridge and Wessex and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That sounds familiar.
Okay.
It's been a long time since social studies.
So it's about them invading, and the main character is this guy who was Anglo-Saxon, but then his father went to war against the Danes, and he got killed, and they basically captured him, the son, and he was a slave, but then he saved the guy who captured him's daughter from another kid who was trying to like assault her, and he became basically a Viking himself, and now they had rivals. That family got killed, and now he's stuck. He doesn't really have a home with the Viking people or the English people, so now he's just trying to figure that all out, and they're going to war. It's pretty good. It's like I've only started watching the first season, so I'm not super into it, but it's a little older show, a few years, so there's I think 5 seasons, so it's a bingeable show.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. The people who played the Danes are actually from Denmark, so they have like accurate accents and stuff.
I like when shows do that.
Yeah.
Is it based on true historical events?
So the guy who created the show wrote these books, kind of like Games of Thrones styles, and the main character is loosely based on one of his ancestors.
Okay.
So like the other characters are definitely real, like King Alfred. I think King Alfred is, but I'm pretty sure
I think he
they
is.
mention other kings and stuff that are real kings from the past. Whether or not the main character actually was involved with them, probably not. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe. But so it's one of those kind of situations, like Saving Private Ryan style, where
It's
the
based-
big picture
It's true,
happened, but that individual
but
thing-
Titanic.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Is there a love story?
yeah,
Of course
Yeah.
there is.
yeah, and multiple love stories.
I think there's like every single movie has a love story.
You have to have it. Saving Private Ryan doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't.
A man in this country.
Yeah, I think it helps people relate to the movie more, maybe. But a lot of times it doesn't need to be there,
Yeah, they kind of force it on just to give the story another
or
dynamic.
give the people depth.
Yeah.
Depth. But nah.
Yeah, because love is a relatable feeling, and you can relate more to somebody doing something if
Yeah.
they're in love, or
Yeah,
so.
I guess
Yeah,
I think it just widens that net.
it's pretty good. It's. I recommend watching if you like that kind of stuff. Like it's like
It's a good
middle
show. I've
age
seen
kind of
it.
stuff.
Middle agey. Like pre Three Musketeers?
Definitely.
yeah.
Okay.
Like pre Kid in King Arthur's court.
Oh.
Like 650 AD. I don't know the exact date, but sometime around then, I'd assume, because the Romans aren't there anymore. And I don't know what time Rome fell, but I assume it's after AD. I'm pretty sure. But that's getting into a history
I'll
question.
check it out.
So
I'm gonna try and finish The Rain by the next episode, or by the next time we record.
our
So-
episode, our next episode.
Yeah. So I can fill you in on that. I'm still watching Young Sheldon on TV.
I don't mind Young Sheldon.
It's like my like nonsense TV type
Yeah.
shit. Like,
The problem I have with like
he's kind of become an ancillary character.
I don't know what that means.
Isn't that like a
Where you have one role.
maybe I misused that
Oh.
word. I was thinking just like kind of like a non-important character.
Young Sheldon,
Yeah, like Sheldon isn't even like the focal point.
like his parents
brother.
are.
His brother is like became like the main character.
Really?
Yeah, I mean he's still in it,
Right.
but like the storyline right now is all about his brother.
Hmm.
It's weird.
the problem I have with like shows like that follow a kid growing up is the kid goes through a Grossberg in real life,
Mhm.
right? And he's supposed to be a younger age, and it just doesn't work.
It's pretty. This show's
like
pretty.
Stranger Things.
But this show's pretty appropriate. Like he looked young when it started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because he was supposed to be like in elementary school. Now,
No,
yeah, the age of the character was the same age as his twin sister, who was in elementary school. Now all the kids look like they're in fucking high school,
well,
and the girl is still supposed to be like, 5th grade.
I think she's older than that. Because the boy's about to be 18.
Yeah, but in real life he's over 18.
I understand that, but they don't look too old to me, in my opinion. At least not yet. The girl does start to look older, but
I mean,
but
girls.
that's normal.
Yeah.
You know what I saw on TikTok the other day?
What?
Girls.
Well, this girl was talking about how it was back in like the early 90s, maybe late 80s, when in vitro was first like getting popular or being
In
used.
vitro fertilization.
Yes. And her parents froze a whole bunch of eggs,
Mhm.
and then they wanted to have the baby. So instead of doing all the eggs and potentially having like an Octomom situation, they only did 4, and which is half. And they ended up having twins.
Okay.
Okay. Like 4 years later, they want to have another baby, so they unfreeze another one of those eggs, or 4 of them, whatever. I don't know how many. And the doctor's like, this is never going to happen. They've been frozen for too long. Ends up, they have a daughter, and this is the girl who was on the TikTok, and she's 4 years younger than them. But technically, she's a twin to them, but 4 years younger. That was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how's she a twin?
Because it was
same
they were
batch of
conceived
eggs.
at the same time. They're all fertile twins. Because it wasn't the eggs that were frozen. I don't know the exact science, but it was they were all like
Well,
from the
how's that?
same
But it'd be
batch.
different sperm.
That's how twins work.
But it's a different batch of sperm.
No, I think they froze both stuff and then inseminated her. Is that the right word?
Yeah,
Huh. Interesting.
that's crazy though.
So she's a twin, but 4 years younger than, or
That's
she's
cool.
a triplet.
You should just do it every year. And then you'd have like
A
20,
colony of clones.
20 twins all 1 year apart.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be wild.
I feel like that'd take a toll on your body.
We live near Twinsburg, which has twin days, which I never went, but it's a
Well,
bet.
have you felt a need to go?
Kinda. I think it'd be cool.
You're not a twin.
Have you ever seen
Then
but you could observe.
You'd be exiled.
No, I'd just be like,
Absolutely.
I would just pretend like I was lost
Have you ever
and looking
seen
for
somebody who could be your twin?
No.
I don't know. I don't think I have.
I have.
I know. I've seen people that look like you, for sure. I don't know.
No.
Some people say I kind of look like Luke Combs.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't even know who that
You
is.
said that
I don't even know what he
yesterday.
looks like, and I know you don't look like him.
Bro.
If I went to twin days, though, I would just constantly pretend like I was lost and looking for my twin.
But then change the shirt and then act like you're looking for the other twin.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. Well, no, not change shirt, because you would be wearing the same thing, because
Oh, yeah.
it's twin day. So I'd come through and be like, have you seen my twin Steven? And then I'd come through and, have you seen my twin Corey?
Look at this.
Okay. I mean,
Twins a little stretch, but you do kind of
you
look
could
like
be
them.
related.
Cousins.
Yeah, cousins.
Interesting.
I got big family. I do. We got lots of kin.
Oh.
Kinfolk.
I mean, okay.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
We had to be able to work on the farm.
That's what's a farm. You never even fucking been on a farm.
They stink, bro.
Yeah. There's animals.
Bro, he freaks out if there's a worm, bro.
I
don't
heard
like
about
worms.
that.
I don't rock with worms.
You wouldn't last 2 seconds in the apocalypse.
I think I could.
No, you couldn't.
I'm pretty
You
persistent.
can't touch a fucking worm. You
That's
can't
only-
go on a
Why
farm
are you
because it smells.
fucking in the middle of apocalypse just fucking finger banging worms?
Because you got fish to eat.
Catch them with a net.
Could you kill a chicken?
Yeah.
No, the fuck you couldn't.
Absolutely, I could.
And then skin it and eat it.
Absolutely.
Or defeather it, pluck it. That's what you do.
Yeah, it's
I could absolutely do that.
No, you couldn't.
I don't understand why you don't have faith in me.
Because you have a track record of...
You think I could?
No. I think you would have a better chance.
Fuck that.
Sorry. I don't think I necessarily could, but I don't pretend that I could.
I'm not pretending, brother.
That's the you gotta know what you don't know.
A chicken's vastly different than a worm.
Did you dissect worms in like
Hell
middle
yeah, I
school?
dissected them.
Yeah, so did I.
I
Dissect
called
it.
off the day that we had to do a grasshopper, though. I didn't want anything to do with that.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
We
Right
didn't
there.
do grass up.
Yeah,
We did frogs and pigs.
We did worms, frogs, and
I
giant
might have not been there if it
grasshoppers.
was in middle school.
Yeah, Shaman ain't show up to nothing in middle school, so he can't even talk.
Sounds like you didn't either. Shaman didn't show up to nothing.
Yeah, you're right. That was a little grammatically incorrect.
You can't, I'm just saying you can't make fun of someone's education and then use.
Thing is,
making fun of his education.
No,
I was
like-
making fun of his.
I maintained an honor roll
punctuality.
and wasn't there for more than half the school year. So
Sounds
He
like
was sleeping with
cupcake
the
school
principal.
as a man, but
yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man.
all right. Well, I have one more story.
Let's hear it.
I mean, it's
baby.
not even really well, okay. So we went out to dinner the first night on vacation,
Okay.
and we went to this restaurant, and like the tables were really close together.
I don't like that.
But the table behind, so I was on one side, our party was on the other side, the table behind them. So that table gets up to leave, and this girl throws her chair back as hard as she can into this one guy we are with's chair, right? And he turns around and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was just doing that because you did it to me 4 times during..." And he's like, "What are you talking about? I didn't do anything." And she's like yelling and like, "You hit my chair," and all this stuff. And like, it was like, she was like going off being a Karen and stuff. And
I'd have went on. Like, fuck that. Like, if I
she
didn't
had
ever
little
touch
kids
you,
and stuff. It was weird, dude. She like freaked out.
Be
And she
glad
was,
I wasn't there,
She was
bro.
like clapping when she was talking, like talking real condescending. Like,
Aw, you-
you did it. Like,
I'd be honest, I'd have put her on the
That's how
ground.
you get a chair broken
bro,
over your back. Bro.
I was just sitting there.
Bro,
Like, what the
I'm getting mad just by you telling me this
I'm
story.
And the
fired up
dude
myself.
didn't even know he did anything. He's like,
Like,
he's
if
like,
he
I
did it,
swear
tell me.
I didn't do anything. And then like it was funny because the table behind me left before we left, and the dude kind of like barely bumped me, and I turned around. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I was like, "No worries, man." And everybody like looked at each other, and I was like, "See how men
see-
handle that?"
Yeah, like if he did do it, why didn't you say, hey, can you move back, or
Right. It was super
But if
tight.
he did it 4 times,
You know
why
she
would
was
you not?
planning that shit the whole
Yeah,
meal
for
too.
sure. She had a little girl with her, and the little kid looked mortified. Like, her mom. This is not the first time her mom has
Yeah.
done something like this.
Yeah, you could tell it was
Yeah.
not the first time.
Yeah.
You just be glad I wasn't there, because I'd have started shit.
See, something like that is why, because confrontation isn't my strong suit for the most part, but it's the reason why I really want to learn Latin, okay? Because someone starts coming off on you, like, or going off on you, you start screaming Latin at them like you're casting a curse on them or something. They back down.
And then they'll get racist.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah,
got
because they won't know
Then
what
you
the fuck
got
you're
'em.
speaking.
Yeah.
They're like, go back to your own country.
Yeah, then you're like, "Gotcha, bitch. Who got that on camera? Somebody got that."
And then no matter what you did, you're in the right. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it doesn't. There's very few things, like, unless you like kick their baby or something. Like,
yeah, like
That or sign language, like if that guy would have turned around after she hit his car or his chair.
started signing.
Oh
to
my
it.
god, she would have felt like the worst
Yeah.
fucking person in the
I mean,
world.
not. But why? I mean, just because you're deaf doesn't mean you're not
You know
a
how
dick.
people are.
You can be. I'm sure you could be a dickhead if you're deaf.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
But he really didn't do any. Like it really was. We didn't even think about it. Like we
that
were in the
would've
middle of
ruined my trip.
conversation.
Yeah,
That
like
would've ruined
if
my
he
whole
would have,
trip.
you know,
No, we were just
if he would have done it like the first time and you didn't say anything, that's on like that's a mistake. But the fourth time and you still haven't said anything, that's on you. Like bring it to his attention so he stops doing
Did she
it.
have like a husband or a male with her?
I don't think so. No,
Well,
that's what I said. It was a
if
good
she's
thing
acting
they
that
didn't.
way-
It was a good thing they didn't have men with them because it probably would have escalated.
That's. I was gonna say if there's. Well, first of all, if there's. Like if she has, let's say, a husband or a boyfriend there, and she's like going off on something, and he's not doing anything about it, I lose respect for him. Like I'm not saying he has to fight her fight, but
No,
he needs to,
you
like,
got.
control.
Look, that's when you look
the
at the dude and you
situation.
kind of just look,
Like-
give him that look, like, bro, this is happening. Like, this is
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah.
And then depending on the look he gives, that's what I'm saying. It could escalate quickly without
Let's go outside for a second.
without anybody saying anything.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now see if you were there and
But even if it was a woman and like she came after my wife, I'd pimp slap a bitch that was coming after my wife.
okay, see,
Respect.
that's where I was about to
Respect.
go with that. I was gonna say
Like if I know that you're coming to assault my wife,
yeah.
I'll pimp slap her. I swear I would pimp slap her. I probably won't punch her because
Yeah, that
I'm like Tyson kind of,
You're right though.
but I would. I'll go to jail.
Would
at
you go
that
to
point
jail?
it's
I would probably go to jail if that was the situation and that happened. I would probably end up in jail, even if I didn't get like convicted of anything.
Do you take your shirt off before the slap?
Nah, I'm not a shirt off fighter.
You're not.
I am
Really?
less to hold on to.
Well, I understand the reasoning, but you can't take your shirt off and then get knocked out. Like, and I'm not 100% sure that I'm gonna win. I'm not taking my shirt off. Especially, yeah.
That's when you just get completely naked and it destroys any confrontation.
That is true too. You could do that. You could, but then again,
You're getting arrested because
You don't want to be the knocked out unconscious person on the ground naked.
yeah, yeah.
Like that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Damn.
cops show up. Why is he naked?
Well, it was a bold strategy. Didn't pay off for him. But yeah, it could have gone poorly. And then on the airplane on the way home, like an obnoxious family of like 8, and like the plane lands and they all stand up and the dude's like reaching out. I'm like, we got like 30 minutes before we're getting off this plane. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it takes so long to taxi to the thing and then get your bags and you gotta wait for everybody in front of you. Dude's just putting his balls in my face trying to get his bag and stuff.
That's what you.
And this lady, I hear her like, they should let all families off the airplane first. And I was like,
No, whoever is in front
and
gets
they,
off
but
first.
then
like-
these people were like partly behind me and they're walking past me. And I'm super passive aggressive in those situations. And I looked at my wife and I was like, no, it's okay, let them go. They're more important than us. And the lady like looked at me and I was like, no, you're important. Go ahead.
That's true though.
Yeah. And we're not going anywhere. Like, I literally saw you.
See,
I
that's
went to
really
the bathroom
different.
and you're standing outside the bathroom.
Now,
like,
how do you feel about like the military personnel get to like sit first and stuff?
there's no if you have assigned seats, there's no benefit of getting on the plane early. The only time getting on the plane early is good is if like you're on Southwest where you get to like pick your seat. Like you're not assigned a seat, you just sit wherever on Southwest.
Yeah. Okay.
But like the flight home, we have an assigned seat. I would prefer to be boarded last. To be honest with you, I'm gonna sit here and eat my hash browns and drink my OJ, and get on 5 minutes before we board or take off. And then
Yeah.
I don't understand everybody's hurry to get on the plane.
See, the only person I think should be able to board the plane early are definitely handicapped people, because obviously there's a reason. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care.
What do people do when they're in a wheelchair on a plane? Do they like,
have
get out of the
specifics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they
sit
have-
in a seat?
yeah,
And-
they have specific seats that have able to like, so you can like holster yourself into this new seat, and then they put the wheelchair up top. So
I've never like watched it go down, but I've seen people on wheelchairs. But I always sit. I try and sit exit row if I can, or emergency exit row too.
for the leg room.
Yeah. Well, and it was like you. So that either that leg room one or the one that is only 2 seats,
Oh,
and then there's like an empty space by the door.
Yeah.
So you can.
do you like to sit in the back?
I don't care.
That's the safest place.
I mean,
So they say.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I think. But
Plane hurling through the air, hitting the ground. I don't know where.
I mean, sitting in the front's nice because you get off first. But it's realistically,
You still got to wait for your luggage. The same
well,
amount
that's
of
how
time, right?
I don't check bags unless
Oh.
very few times I've checked bags
You fit it all in a backpack?
in a carry-on. Like
I've never flown,
a
so I have no idea
backpack
what
and a
you guys talking
wheelie
about.
carry-on. But I'm good. I can pack.
You can keep the backpack by your feet, right?
Mhm. I'm good in that for like. I could pack in that little amount for probably 6 days, 7 days.
There's a difference
took 3
between
pairs
a
of
shirt
shoes.
for him and a shirt for us.
No,
That's
I
true.
let my wife pack. She uses packing cubes. She rolls everything up, and like
How many pairs of underwear? How many days were you on vacation?
I left Tuesday. I came back Saturday.
So 5.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 days total, travel and all that.
How many pairs of underwear did you take?
I think I took 8 or 9.
There you go. Just in case.
Yep.
Yeah. Same with socks.
Yep.
Yeah,
But I'm a
because-
big sock person.
Yeah, because socks get wet.
Yeah. Even though I was wearing slides most of the time.
Yeah. Just
See,
in
I
case.
can't wear slides.
You don't like slides?
I mean,
I don't like slides or flip flops,
but on the ocean, bro.
bro.
What do you,
You gonna wear
like,
tennis
if you go
shoes?
to the beach? What
I'm
are you
wearing
about
shoes.
to?
No,
Bro,
you're
you're
not.
honest, I'll
No,
be
you're not.
honest.
I'm not going to the ocean with you, bro.
No, because then I'll just take off my shoes, and then,
You gotta get some slides, bro.
bro, I can't like. They
I laugh at people.
if they're a size bigger than I'll wear, but I don't like them rubbing on the sides of my feet.
You gotta figure something out because people think you're a weirdo.
Get some Birkenstocks, my guy.
People think you're either a drug dealer or a weirdo if you're wearing shoes on the beach.
Well,
That's
no, like
sand.
once I get to the beach, I'm taking my shoes off.
But listen to
Then yeah, you got sand in your shoes.
Well,
Yeah,
that,
that is a-
and
When you
a lot
leave-
of times it's a long beat or a
Yeah.
wide beach. That sand's fucking hot.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
So
Not the sand out
I've only been to
there.
the beach once
because it's so,
so
white.
It was white sand,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've only been to the beach once, so
You should come on an all-inclusive. That's the other thing is like, bro, it's so much more efficient to do an all-inclusive vacation.
You pay for everything
Bro,
when
we
you're down
spent
in,
for food. We
here.
spent like $700.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in like 4 days.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah. And then you go, like, let's say to Mexico, get a fucking ribeye at 7:30 in the morning,
Well, yeah.
for free. Not for
Well,
free.
you
but,
already paid for
yeah,
it, but you can get your money's worth for sure.
exactly.
With the alcohol and stuff, that's the other thing.
What's
we
the
had to
big
keep
thing
buying
down in an
alcohol.
all-inclusive? Just tip money?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you don't want to leave the resort, you pay for your all-inclusive shit. Just take tip money, and you don't have to spend a dime. Like, but I'm the type. I'm extra. You know what I mean?
yeah, you always like
Gotta do
to.
those excursions.
I do excursions. I'll leave the resort. I go find a brewery, and like, then I'll get a massage. And
Join the cartel.
that is a risk, but I think I'd be good. I'd be an asset.
I think I could be a good.
I could definitely
drug
be an
mule.
asset accountant for them. Fuck yeah.
Shame's cooking them books.
They don't need books. We don't need no stinking books.
Yeah, they weigh their money.
Damn. I want to be to that.
How many
point in
pounds of money do I have?
life. I use metric, so
Oh,
it's a little different. All right. I don't have any more stories.
No, me either. So until next time, follow us on the social medias. You might be seeing some change of format, or maybe hear a sound in a little different.
More skin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But stay tuned. We'll be back with our normal
Movie
category.
shit.
Yeah, type shit.
Yeah.
That's a industry term. You can run with it if you want. But yeah, until next time.
Stay safe.